meteor or something was coming to get us.
Okay.
And they wasn't letting us come through the border and stuff.
I don't know what movie that was, but that would be scary if that happened because they would treat us the way we've been treating them.
Right.
Yeah.
So I thought that was funny. But let's see who said hi. Let's see. Emerald.
No, senor.
Emerald says, "Hey, ladies."
Hey.
And Scooby-Doo says,
"Sorry, we're late. We had technical problems."
Scooby-Doo says, "Hi, everyone."
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we'll go right to that. That's what it looked like.
That's what it looks like. And it's how distant. I mean, I'm thinking when we went to that area of Canada via cruise, it seemed distant from New York. Like it would be right close to, you know how we were saying how Detroit is so close to that part of Canada. You would kind of think, if something happened in that city in Canada near Detroit, it would definitely affect the air.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking where Canada's fire is all the way in New York.
Well, it says, I'm reading here on Fox Weather, New York City set a record Wednesday for the worst air quality the city has ever seen on record. One of the many cities in the eastern U.S. being affected by the wildfire smoke from Canada. So more than when the towers fell?
It wasn't a fire.
But remember, it was all in the air.
But it wasn't a fire.
Wow.
And I think fire, smoke, it travels.
That's bad. If it's worse than when the towers fell.
Yeah.
It says visibility in the Big Apple dropped in a half mile to a half mile as Manhattan skyscrapers became dense smoke, blotting out the sun and leaving a surreal sight on what should have been somewhat of a sunny day. Residents reported smells like campfire, and the smoke thickened. The thick smoke caused issues for travelers at some of the nation's busiest airports, including Philadelphia and the major airports in New York City. The smoke also caused Yankees-White Sox game in New York City and the Phillies-Detroit Tigers match in Philadelphia to be postponed.
Wow.
The delays and cancellations are due to the thick wildfire smoke from Canada, which has put more than 100 million Americans under an air quality alert and leaving an what is that word?
Where?
Like
apocalyptic
scene across major cities in the Northeast.
I'm wondering if there's anything we can do to help, because do they not have enough firefighters to get it out?
Well, they just says a haze blankets other cities in Philadelphia and Washington as the wildfire smoke from multiple blazes burns and invades the northern skies. Of the 400 plus wildfires burning right now in Canada, the ones in Quebec are affecting New York City the most. So they having really bad fires.
It's another country, I get it. But I know here in this country, if there's wildfires going on where it's really affecting the areas and nearby, we would send firefighters from other areas to go help.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they went.
So I'm thinking they need to quickly.
Okay, so it says what to do when wildfire smoke smothers your area and how to keep your home air safe or whatever. The harmful nature of the wildfire smoke comes from they tell them where it's come from. People most at risk from wildfire smoke are people with lung diseases, such as asthma and heart disease, older adults, children, and expectant mothers, according to the CDC. However, wildfire smoke can be harmful to everyone. Wildfires can be dangerous to your health, even if you're nowhere near it. Wow. Here are some tips. Prevent wildfire smoke from entering your home and your car. During a wildfire smoke, local officials may advise residents who have not been evacuated to stay indoors and limit their exposure to the poor outdoor air. If you're one that uses windows, air conditioning unit, don't turn on your AC. Say that when it's over 90-something degrees.
I know.
When you're driving in your car, recycle your air.
Okay.
The bottom with the arrow. Remember, that's that one that it just keeps the same
arrows
air
in a circle.
Remember, everybody used to go, "What is that for?"
I know.
You just recycling the air that's inside.
Oh.
Because you don't want to bring the air from outside
into your car.
Yeah.
Okay.
EPA provides the following advice to how to reduce amount of smoke that enters your home. Keep your windows and doors closed, obviously. To stay cool while windows are closed, use fans. If need be, seek shelter somewhere else if you're too hot.
Remember you were saying in your prepping that a situation can come up when we would need those masks.
I said it would be a situation.
You said we
How
need
many
to
times
have,
do I keep saying stuff?
we need
prepping?
to have masks in our homes
I
because
keep
it could
saying,
even be a gas leak.
You
or
have to have
something major where we can't breathe
You
it
see
in.
how we keep getting these little warnings that God is saying, prepare, prepare, prepare. And I keep telling y'all, food, you need to prepare for you need to prepare as if you had to shelter in place in your home. Sealed off,
weeks.
Windows sealed off. All of that. How would you survive if you had to seal your windows off? If it's hot outside, how are you going to survive? That's why I was looking into ways to cool your house, even without your air conditioning.
Without the AC.
There's homemade air conditioning devices that people make with their coolers. There's different things, and you can make ice with ice machine. You can use a generator. You can need a solar generator that could be on the inside of your house. That you don't have to worry about being outside. It doesn't run with gas that you can't put on the inside.
And you even said if you're in the car, if you're stuck in the car.
If you're stuck in the car, there's
have
things
something in a bag or something to have all these little items.
So you should be prepared winter and summer. In the wintertime, how do you stay? The people that was in Washington or New York, Buffalo, froze to death on the highway, stuck there for over 24 hours.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
So I don't know how many times I got to say this.
Prepping. It's really important.
If you have an AVAC system with fresh air intake, set the system to recirculate mode so that you just recirculating the air inside. Again, not pulling outside.
Okay.
Seal off your window, your air conditioner. You know that. I would just take my air conditioner out if I could. If not, seal it. Okay. Seal off your portable air conditioners if you have a portable one. That's the ones with just the one little hose that goes outside. Avoid using an evaporative cooler. Evaporator coolers can bring in smoke from the outside. Ooh. And if you live in a big apartment building like New York, most of these people, be fine with your AC running. The folks in upstate New York that might have an AC unit in their window, that's going to be a little different. But if you got central air or whatever, just stick with that.
Be a little safer.
Suggest putting a wet towel at the bottom of your window seal. The smoke that's trying to get into your house is going to be absorbed by that wet towel. Okay. And keep levels low. So again, I mean, I don't know how many times to keep saying
I don't
this.
hear in the news people like having
senior citizens going through a lot right now.
People with asthma, like they saying,
that can't breathe. See. So that's all I'm saying is that just make sure that you prepare.
Because there's some wildfire.
A wildfire
from another country.
But you see how vulnerable we are? Like we have all this technology, but yet we're vulnerable. If one major thing hit or something, it can be catastrophic for us. Now, on the other side, people would say if there was AI machines, they'd go out and clean the air up. Yeah. You just release all these millions of AIs out there and they'll just go in and suck in all the
in
fire.
The movie, I wish we were like your Wakanda, where they had that dome. It was it covered them from things coming at them.
Well, that's AI.
Wow.
See, if we was under AI, you're right. It would just inflate the dome and then clean the air that's on the inside, and then everything else would be fine. Everybody be living under the dome for a while. But then you give up. Now what if the dome attacks you? See what I'm saying?
Hack in the system.
Yeah, now you're trapped in the dome. So it's you want AI, but then you don't want AI. No. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You want it to be able to do brain surgery, but then what is the cost?
One little glitch.
Or what's the cost of that?
Knock it off.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
There's a price that you got to pay for all of that. So, everybody's saying hi to everybody. Scooby-Doo says hello, everyone.
Hello.
All right. Hey, y'all. Hey, Emma. Hey, Scooby. Okay. All right, y'all. So that's just another thing of telling everybody to prepare. Make sure you have enough food in your house. Make sure you have enough bottled water. If you need even without bottled water, you need some kind of water filtering system. Just even if it's one of the Brita things, something. You need something that filters water.
That clears that water out.
Because if you have to go out, and again, this is a warning to us. I kept telling you, we need to get a mask, at least one of those really high-tech masks. I said that. I said, because what if somebody has to go outside?
Do they cost a lot?
Like $100-some. It's a lot for me. That's a lot for a mask. Yeah. But your little COVID mask ain't gonna do nothing.
Okay. Oof.
At least one in the house, so that somebody, if they gotta go outside, just like those doomsday movies, and those suits that the CDC wear, and a mask, and go outside and do something.
You can come against anything that comes at you because you'll be covered.
And then the bottom line is Jesus. That's it.
That's it.
I mean, come on.
That's the foundation.
I mean, that's worst case scenario. We just gonna have to be like, Lord, you're gonna have to. My mother said that's the first line.
That's true.
But he also tells us to prepare, Mom. Yeah. So we watch as well as pray. Mm-hmm. So
okay.
All right. Speaking of watching as well as pray.
Well, this story, we're going into politics. Mm-hmm. They talked briefly on The View. Mm-hmm. The View was ugly today. Sunny was ugly today.
She ugly every day.
No, she was real ugly today because I looked at a lot of...
Scooby-Doo says, when we have many fires in California, I have asthma, and the few times the ash fell our way, I stayed inside and breathed through a wet towel. Wow.
Scooby-Doo, when we had a trip in Puerto Rico, I couldn't even come out.
You couldn't breathe.
During the day. It was so humid, I couldn't breathe.
You couldn't breathe.
We couldn't come out to enjoy the island, enjoy the area.
Did later on.
Until later.
Yeah.
So I hear you on the asthma because I have slight asthma.
And then when you got your chemo, you came outside.
Oh my God.
The first day you got the chemo. So if anybody's a cancer patient,
what
you
is
got
that
chemo.
When you say when you have side effects.
When the first day you got
the chemo side effects, it's that that causes neuropathy in your feet and stuff where it feels cold. Mm-hmm. You can't touch anything cold. Your hands will just get hurt. That was in my breathing. I would breathe cold and I couldn't breathe. And I had an attack and they had to rush me to the emergency because I got scared.
Right. She walked outside and she couldn't breathe.
I breathed. It was during October, October, November time.
And you couldn't breathe.
Oh my God. That's
so
scary.
Not being able to breathe is horrible. So can you imagine living in New York right now, in Philadelphia and all these places and you can't breathe? You already claustrophobic in that big city already.
Between not being able to breathe or choking, I don't even know which is worse. Because I was choking one time and you came to help me and gave me the
hammock.
Yeah. So I don't even know. But breathing scares me because you're thinking.
Both of them is bad.
They both are bad. But yeah. So I get you on that. But today I was just saying they were talking again about.
The movie is. Hold on. The movie is The Day After Tomorrow, Scooby said.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
I didn't see that one. Trying to go to Mexico.
We had to get out of here because someone was destroying us.
You would think that's truly La La Land because we would never, they wouldn't let us step foot in Mexico.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
They talked again about Pence. My mom said Pence has been talking. He's been talking a little tougher now. Where was he?
Because everybody keeps saying he's soft.
Where was he when he was vice president?
He had a talk with Mother. Mother told him to get